Hey everybody, welcome to our Intuit IDEAS 2025 info session. I'm Brandon Andrews with Values Partnerships. Excited to have you join us today. Over the next half hour or so, you'll hear from alumni of the Intuit IDEAS program, executives at Intuit, and you'll get your questions answered about the program. This program is not just about supporting your business and putting it on a path to growth. It's all about supporting you, and you'll hear that throughout the evening as we go through the program and as real program participants talk about how they have interacted with Intuit Ideas in the past. We're so excited to have you here. Feel free to use the chat throughout this session. Drop your name and where you're from. And if you have a big idea for your business over the next year, we'd love to see that as well so we can celebrate with you. And maybe someone else who is in the session today will be able to partner with you or collaborate with you as you build your business moving forward. So we're going to go right into our program. Before we get into our conversations, I want to introduce you to one of our alum via video, Dora. I can't think of a better way to introduce the program than showing you her experience. Uh, Take it away, Dora.
I'm Dora Herrera with UPS Restaurants. We needed a little little reminder of why we started in the first place. The opportunity came up and I thought, Intuit. I use Intuit. They're offering me a program where I can become a better business person. Why wouldn't I do that? I felt like I had a team. It freed me up to do more for my customers. And that was amazing.
And that has been a big benefit of the Intuit Ideas program for entrepreneurs who have participated, getting more time to spend time both in the business and to spend time in the community. And we know that will be a benefit for many of you who are applying for the program. We're so excited to now be joined by an alum of the Intuit Ideas program, Emilio Vasquez from Los Angeles. He has an incredible story of starting his business, and he'll tell us a little bit about himself and the business in his introduction. And then we'll get into a bit of a conversation about his experience in the program and what you can expect as well as an entrepreneur. Emilio, take it away. Give us a quick intro before we get into the convo.
Thank you so much. My name is Emilio Daniel Vasquez. I am the CEO and founder of Coffee Cart Boys. And Coffee Cart Boys is a mobile coffee catering service. So we are not a brick and mortar traditional retail coffee concept. We bring the cafe to the client.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, you have, like a lot of people, stepped out there with your idea and made it real. Now, when you saw the Intuit Ideas program, what did you think about it and why did you decide to apply?
So Brandon, when I had decided to apply to the Intuit program, I was in kind of a fork in the road with the business. I had started it 3 years prior, or about 2.5, and we weren't making money. We were in a place where I was experimenting. I was trying new ways to move forward because, mind you, there was COVID, the big pandemic, the shutdown, and that's right when the business started. So I had to be really flexible about how we were moving forward. But unfortunately, like most businesses, new small businesses feel that when the funds run out, then you really have to make a decision on how to move forward. And for me, that was with Intuit. It got me back on the right road. I always say it steered my ship in the right direction. And it was one of those decisions that saved my company. And now we're thriving because of it.
Wow, that's incredible. That's incredible. Now, it sounds like you had a positive experience. You said you were at a fork in the road with the business. I'm definitely happy that Ideas was part of your journey. As you think about your participation in the program, what made the biggest difference for you?
I think a lot of it was just identifying in the areas I was struggling in, and then getting to the root of those problems. Why am I struggling in those areas? And having access to get help in those areas. And then on top of that, I needed a lot of help with identifying my customer, my
Mm-hmm.
persona, who am I targeting? I needed help with analyzing data. I needed help with simple things like access to technology, a laptop.
Mm-hmm.
I needed help with strategizing for a concept that wasn't necessarily common. And
Mm-hmm.
so having access to that help was what really made the difference for me, on top of all of the skills that I acquired through my journey. So it was all pretty much a total game changer for me.
Wow. Wow. It sounds like it. Congratulations on the business growth. Now, Intuit Ideas provides free access to Intuit's AI powered suite of programs. So, Mailchimp, QuickBooks, TurboTax, Credit Karma. It also provides a year of free business coaching and executive coaching. You mentioned some of the results from the business coaching, getting your sales together, etc. And of course, there's also a cash grant to support your business to empower you to be able to get some of the resources you need to be able to grow the business over time. Now, let's talk a little bit about the coaching. Um, how did you engage with the coaching, which is done through our great partner, Zella Life, and how did that impact you as a participant?
Yeah, the coaching for me was the biggest game changer. I had a lot of mental roadblocks, as I'm sure a lot of new entrepreneurs will suffer through. We've made the decision to be an entrepreneur, which was a risk. For me, I have a son that I have to make sure he's provided for, and
Mm-hmm.
uh, and so to put myself in a situation where I felt like I was taking a major risk and putting that in jeopardy was taking a big mental toll on me. So the coaching helped me get out of my own way, helped me get out of my own head,
Mm-hmm.
and know what imposter syndrome was until I learned it, what it was in the program through coaching, and that I suffered through it, and how to, kind of relieve myself of these mental roadblocks that I would suffer through. And so the coaching, not only on that side, but on the holding myself accountable side as well. What am I able to do for my business beyond what I'm currently doing? Is there a part of the business that I'm not necessarily focusing on? Maybe I'm passing this off to a partner or an employee, and I could really be doing it more effectively. And so just taking more ownership of my business. I know it sounds kind of crazy because we are the owners, we're the entrepreneur, but we have to kind of escape out of the worker mindset and enter the owner mindset. And that is what I did through the coaching, through the marketing coaching, the business coaching, and absolutely the life coaching. And so it's kind of like a step-by-step process with the coaching that you have to be consistent. You have to make the time, and then you
Mm-hmm.
reap those rewards through the coaching as you start to accomplish goal by goal by goal. And that's the beauty of the coaching. You get to write down all your goals, and then you get to accomplish them, and you get to hold yourself accountable if you didn't, and you figure out why you didn't, and then you accomplish the next goal. And so that's the beauty of the coaching, and that's the priceless part of the program that I preach so avidly about, because I think that's truly what made the difference for me, beyond all of the tools that I had access to. If we're in our own heads and we feel like we don't belong in the room, that's the foundational issue that we need to address.
That's incredible, Emilio. And I know you are setting a great example for your little guy. I know he'll be able to look back and hear this story, hear how you've built the business, and see, where the business is when he's doing that look back, and really be proud of you and the decisions that you made that are not only, of course, setting up your business for success, but I'm sure having a positive impact on your family as well. We're going to bring up Derek Plummer, who is Director of Corporate Communications at Intuit, in just a second. But Emilio, the last quick question I have for you is for anyone that's on the fence about the program, considering applying, considering completing an application, any tips or final words you might have for them before we bring up Derek to join the conversation?
Yeah, absolutely. If you're on this call, you've already taken the first step into joining the Intuit IDEAS program. So why stop here? Take the next step for yourself, for your company, for your company's future. There is a sacrifice of time. There's a sacrifice of learning things and feeling dumb at times because you're learning so much. But at the end of the program, if you stay with it, you're going to start to reap those rewards. And I'm reaping them now. Now I have a beautiful schedule. I make enough to pay all my bills, and the company has never done better. So it is worth it 1,000%. And if you're on this call, you've taken that first step. So just keep taking the steps in the right direction.
Well, thank you so much, Emilio. Let's bring up Derek to join us in conversation here. Hey, Derek, how you doing today, man?
Hey,
I'm
Derek.
doing well, my brother. Emilio, good to see you, Doc.
Good to see you, sir. Last time I saw you was in San Diego.
Well,
I was finishing up a service, so it was great to see you. It was great to see you.
Yeah.
So that's actually a special thing to highlight, because not only, Emilio, did you get to go through the program, but you also got the opportunity to serve as a vendor on Intuit's campus and actually interact with Intuit employees, and also, make
Yes.
some money for your business.
I'm always working. So if I'm in a room, there's opportunities to network. There's opportunities to tell people what field you're in, what you do for work. And when I just mentioned that I do coffee catering service, I do services, and I bring the cafe to the clients, I can set up in your office. It's intriguing. And so we all have that story that we can tell. And just like I said, feeling like we belong in that room and being able to open up to everybody about not only the business that we're in, but why we started the business, the passion behind it. And that's pretty much how I secured that opportunity.
Incredible, incredible. So, Derek, you've heard Emilio's story. Of course, this isn't the first time you've heard from him, but from the Intuit perspective, why did you decide to start this program to engage with small business owners across the country, and start Intuit Ideas?
Yeah. So again, it's great to see you, Emilio, and thank you so
Likewise.
much, Brandon. So it's going to sound kind of crazy, right? But like, we created this program for small business owners like Emilio. He has this incredible story. You heard a little bit of it, but we created this program. And if I could just take a step back.
Sure.
My father is a Jamaican immigrant. My mom grew up in the US, and my parents were serial entrepreneurs. And when times were great, they were amazing. And when times were tough, they were tough. And the reality, I believe, is that if my parents, when they were in business, had the types of tools and products and experts that Intuit provides, from tax, bookkeeping, marketing, even personal finance and credit, they might still be in business. And so with this powerful mission to power prosperity around the world, with the ability for our experts to work hand in glove with small business owners, so they actually not only can use our tools, but know how to use the tools. In fact, one of the seeds for when we started this program was a conversation that we had with the Urban League leadership in Los Angeles, then Ambassador Michael Lawson. And one of the things he had said was, we know about QuickBooks. In fact, we give out QuickBooks every year to the community. But what's the point of having a tool if you don't know how to use it? And what many people don't realize is that, yes, we have this amazing AI-driven platform, but we also have experts that will teach you how to use that platform and will do it for you. So you do have a team that actually can be at your back and with you to help you achieve your aims. But in addition to that, with a partner like the National Urban League, they provide business coaching. So they are actually able to help small business owners figure out elements of their strategy, help them to think differently about their business, whether it's financial planning, et cetera. And then with the executive coaching piece, in terms of helping individuals and leaders really think about the personal, right? What are the things that they're doing? What are the types of challenges that they have to overcome? That's in many ways how we thought about all the things that needed to be in this program and what it could look like. And what we've seen are success stories like Emilio. Like Emilio is part of the Intuit family, and everyone that gets into the Intuit Ideas program is a part of that family. So he's a supplier with us, and everyone was thrilled that he came down to San Diego and provided coffee. I think Emilio was like for 5 days or something like that on site. Right. But at the same time, we're seeing other small business owners that have been in the program expand their businesses. One small business owner just got a $1.3 million contract out of Philadelphia. And he credited this program and all the things that he's been able to learn. But at the same time, he's working with other members in the cohort. Another small business owner that was in Amelia's cohort is expanding her business to new locations at different airports across the country. And so fundamentally, this is about how do we provide small business owners with the things that they need to achieve their aims. And it says a lot about a company. And yes, I work for Intuit, but I think it says a lot about a company of Intuit size and scale to say to entrepreneurs like Emilio, like Dora, like so many others, we don't just like want to support you, but we believe in you. We believe in your dreams. We believe in your aspirations. And that's what this program is about. And I have yet to talk to someone who's been in this program who has not come out for the better, who has not been changed, who has not seen improvement, whether it's in themselves, in their business, for their family, for their employees. And that's what I really think makes this program unique, but really, really special.
Well, thank you so much for sharing that.
5 minutes straight, Brandon. But as you can tell, I'm very excited about this program.
No, you're passionate, just like the entrepreneurs are, Derek. I think it's great. I think when you match your passion internally with their passion externally, it means, great things can certainly happen. So thank you so much for sharing some of your personal story, as well as some of the motivation for Intuit to engage with small business owners now, not just in 3 cities, but nationwide. And so can you tell us a little bit more about why you decided to now expand the program to 9 cities?
Yeah, well, a couple of things. The power of this program is undeniable. Small business owners on average are seeing double-digit revenue growth. They're saving upwards of 16 and a half hours a month because of what our products are providing and the efficiencies gained, et cetera. And so we are invested in this program. And so we wanted to expand it. And it's not just in these new 9 cities or in these 9 cities now, above and beyond Atlanta, Philadelphia, and Los Angeles, but we're going to be in Dallas and Chicago, New York, Charlotte, San Diego, New Orleans, and others. And so we're really excited about that. And we are also very excited that we are going to have a virtual cohort that consists of military spouses and veterans. Not only have we seen the transformative power of Intuit Ideas, but being able to bring it to more people is what we're about, right? We are a global company. We're based here in the US. And so we're really excited to be partnering with Values, at the same time, the National Urban League and our partners at Zello Life to really bring this program to many more people across the country.
Well, we're excited about the expansion, Derek. And you said something really simple, but also really special. You said, we believe in you. And sometimes that's all an entrepreneur needs to hear. Now, those that participate in the Ideas program will not only hear and feel the belief that our collective group has in them and their business, but again, they'll get this tangible access to Intuit's AI-powered platform, to the business coaching, executive coaching, and of course, Intuit experts and that cash grant to help them grow and scale their business, which is so exciting. And also, Derek, I think it is very, very appropriate to provide a national cohort of military veteran and military spouse entrepreneurs, these folks that have served our country and are now serving their communities as leaders and as business owners. And so, very excited about being able to engage with that virtual cohort nationwide, in addition to engaging with the entrepreneurs in the 9 cities that the program is expanding to this year. So, Derek, any parting thoughts before we get into our Q&A with entrepreneurs that are on the line with us?
Yeah, one other thing, and we don't talk about it a lot, but it is definitely one of the benefits of the program. So in addition to the cash grant, right, you'll get a cash grant at the end of it, but we also provide you with $1,000 grant at the beginning for you to get, if you need a new computer or a new point of sale machine or something that is going to help your business, right? We've thought about what is it that an entrepreneur may need in the moment to get from wherever they are today to where they want to be. And what has been so remarkable and incredible about the impact of this program is that participants have talked about moving from sinking to soaring, from being chaotic and disorganized to thriving and striving because of all of these things. And you all know, as entrepreneurs, the challenges that you face. Our company is committed to powering financial prosperity around the world. And that's also a clear recognition of the challenges that small business owners face. And we are obsessed with figuring out how do we improve the conditions of our customers. And we are excited about this program. I can't wait to hear some of the questions, but as you can tell, I can talk forever. And I promise you, Brandon, I shall not, so that we can get to the questions.
Well, appreciate it, Derek. It's great to hear from you. And thanks again to you and the team at Intuit for building this program, engaging directly in communities across the country, and really fulfilling that mission to power prosperity, and especially for small business owners here. So let's now transition to our Q&A period. You can use the chat if you have questions, and I know a number of you have already dropped some questions into the chat, and so I'll definitely get to those, as well as a few questions that were submitted beforehand. And so to begin with here, it looks like Yolanda and Shambrika have kind of a question in the same vein, asking, do you have to live in one of the cities that the program is offered to participate? And then Shambrika has asked, can you be in a suburb of one of the major cities to be able to qualify for participation? So the program currently is rolling out in 9 cities across the nation, and unless you are a military veteran or military spouse, you will have to be either in one of those 9 cities or in close proximity. So, Shambrika, the answer to your question is yes. Suburbs of some of these major population centers are okay. As we take a look at applications, we'll look to have a mix of entrepreneurs associated with each city that are both in the city, as well as maybe some folks that are in the surrounding areas. And so if you're in the area surrounding some of these cities, you should still apply. We definitely want to hear from you. And again, if you are a military veteran or a military spouse, anywhere across the country, including Alaska and Hawaii, as well as the continental U.S., we'd love to get an application from you, as you'll be able to participate in our cohort virtually. So Kaylin is asking, it sounds like a great program. What's the time commitment expected? So as Emilio said, the time that you commit to the program will be worth it, because you'll come out on the other end with significant positive impact for you and your business. early on in the program, when you're onboarding onto the Intuit tools, the Intuit platform, again, that's Mailchimp, QuickBooks, TurboTax, Credit Karma, expect to spend a number of hours with the Intuit team, making sure that you're set up and ready to go. From there, you'll have uh, you'll have set up appointments for your business coaching and your executive coaching. And then you'll also have some group exercises where we'll do some group learning either virtually or in person. The goal of the program isn't to be a burden for you, but the goal of the program is to expose you to both information and to other people that can be helpful to you in growing your business. And again, we believe if you make the commitment, it's not going to be an overbearing amount of time, but if you make the commitment to working on your business and not just working in your business, that you and the business will definitely benefit. So a couple more here. How many months is the program from Nicole? So this is a year-long program. Applications, of course, are open right now. They'll close on July 21st. So get your application in before then, and we'll have a QR code here in just a second that you can scan to make sure that you have the link to apply for the program before July 21st. We will work to make decisions by early August. And so you plan to hear from us by early August with a decision. And then from there, they'll be onboarding onto Intuit's platform and expect the program to start in September and then run through the next 12 months. Again, during that period, we'll have some large touch points where you'll do group learning, marketing, taxes, etc. And then you'll have, again, access to the individually scheduled business coaching and executive coaching. And all of that is free, of course, as a program participant. Um, Another question, how many people will be accepted? And here's the application link, the QR code. Feel free to scan this to make sure that you get your application in before July 21st. So how many entrepreneurs are we looking to engage? So we're looking to engage a couple hundred entrepreneurs around the country. We're going to look at the applicants that we get in and make, of course, final decisions on how many entrepreneurs or businesses will be participating in each city. But if you do the quick math, 20 to 25 or so in each city is what we'll likely be selecting. And certainly, of course, you can be one of them. Um, Alisa says, does the coaching focus on generally needed entrepreneurial knowledge, or is it focused on specific areas where particular business is lacking? So that is a great question and very relevant. So towards the beginning of the program, we will do an assessment on your business, working with our friends at the National Urban League. We'll have you take a look at both your business, and then on the executive coaching side, we'll take a look at you as a leader, as the leader of your company, and we'll put together a plan to address any areas of need and to make sure that both you personally and your business are on a growth track to success. And so, yes, there will be some general information shared, again, marketing and taxes and back office finance, etc. But the real benefit from the Intuit Ideas program is the individual sessions that you'll get to do, whether that's, again, executive coaching, the business coaching, or connecting with Intuit experts that can really help you do a deep dive into marketing or into taxes or into accounting based on the needs for you and your business. Nicole Alford says, can you be a startup So yes, you can be an early stage company. What we like to see, and I know there's been a couple of questions about, what does the profile look like of a successful ideas participant? We like to see businesses that have some traction, okay, and are and show the potential to scale. We want to see from you as the entrepreneur, as the CEO, as the business owner, the fact that you are committed to, of course, running the business, but also oriented towards growing the business and willing to put in the time, willing to put in the effort, partnering with Intuit to grow your business over the next year or so. And so, yes, you can be a startup, you can be an early stage company. We do like to see businesses that have some traction, so that we can build a plan based on where you've been, and then be able to show you how to put your business on a path to grow in the future. Um, are the coaches, Jared wants to know, are the coaches Intuit employees? So the Intuit Experts is a highly trained, highly skilled group of experts in a range of business services that are associated with Intuit that will provide their expertise and that you'll have an opportunity to hear from both in one-on-one and in group sessions. The other business coaching from our friend at the National Urban League. The National Urban League has a nationwide network of entrepreneurship centers, and so you'll be able to benefit from the expertise there. And then the executive coaching is from Zella Life, a nationwide provider of executive coaching, not only to Intuit but to a range of clients. Uh, let's see. Does your credit score affect qualifications? So, Judy, that's a great question. No, your credit score does not directly affect your qualifications. However, as a participant, you will have access to and training in how to use Credit Karma. And of course, if you are able to set up your personal finances and be successful there, that can certainly have a positive impact on your business. Okay. Jonica wants to know, where can I find the frequently asked questions? So the FAQs are available if you go to ideasprogram.com, www.ideasprogram.com. Visit that link, and at the bottom of the page, if you scroll down, there is a button that says FAQ. Click that button, and you can see the FAQs. A number of the questions that have been asked and answered here this evening are listed there, in addition to a number of others. Also, on the actual front page of the application, there is a bold blue link to frequently asked questions. And so you can click that link to get any additional questions answered in our FAQs. There's also a link there to eligibility requirements for the program, if you'd like to review those in more detail. So, if you already use these products, does that disqualify you? That is a great question, Tanasha. No, it does not disqualify you from participating if you already use the products. What you'll see in the application is a question we'll ask, are you currently using Intuit products? And then we'll go through each product, Mailchimp, QuickBooks, TurboTax, the paid products, and we'll ask, what are you using? And we'll ask for your QuickBooks ID if you're using QuickBooks. We'll ask for your audience ID if you're using Mailchimp, and we'll use that information to find your account. And then, should you be selected for the program, find the best way to onboard you, so you'll have that complimentary access to the product during the duration of the program. So, being a current user does not disqualify you. And also, if you don't use any of the Intuit products and you're not familiar with the products, that certainly doesn't disqualify you either. There's opportunities for both. That's a great question. Carolina, thank you so much for saying that. She says this program is a dream, exactly what uh, entrepreneurs have been missing, and so we certainly hope that it meets your needs, and we're looking forward to having all of you, entrepreneurs on the line apply. And also, for those of you that are part of entrepreneurship support organizations, whether you are a small business incubator or accelerator program yourself, or you are a consultant or providing support otherwise for small businesses, we certainly hope that you'll encourage entrepreneurs in your network to apply for the Intuit Ideas program after receiving the information this evening. So I think we're just about at time. Let me check and see if there's any final questions here. Yeah, this will be the last question. This is a good one from Jason. Can an Intuit mentor help with advertising and marketing ideas targeted to potential customers? So, Jason, the short answer to that is yes, there will be targeted marketing sessions. And as Emilio said earlier, you'll have help putting together your customer persona, identifying your customer persona based on your business, and then putting together a plan to reach those customers based on the market or markets that you're operating in, and we'll look to help you build that plan as part of the program. Okay, so thanks everyone again for joining us here for our 2025 Intuit Ideas info session. Thank you for your interest in the program, and kudos to you on what you've been able to build so far with your business. Remember, visit ideasprogram.com or use the QR code right here to apply for the program by July 21st. And of course, encourage other entrepreneurs in your network to apply as well. Should you have additional questions, please use the email ideas@valuespartnerships.com. Again, ideas with an S at values with an S, partnerships with an S.com. If you have additional questions, and we'll have someone on site to be able to answer those. Thank you again for joining us this evening. Congrats on what you've been able to build. And remember, as Derek said earlier, we believe in you, we believe in your business, and we're excited to partner with you as you grow it over the next year. Thank you.